From the streets to the stage, I'm the king of my craft. You can catch another phase. Yeah, you left in a cage.
Welcome to the Take It Home podcast. The podcast so bad we all just take it on home. I am one of your hosts, Zach Hendricks. You find me on all social media at Z Hendricks Brand. And of course, look up your mama's favorites, Country Air at Country Air Brand and Country Air Official. And I'm joined by the usual three, so I'll give the hot tag to my partner.
What up? It's Doc Simmons. You can find me on all social media at DocSimmons17. And I'll go ahead and pass it on to our senior official.
What's up, everybody? Referee Perch. You can find me at Perch XLV, # Celebrate Pro Wrestling, and Waffles. Take It Home podcast.
Waffles, waffle, 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 waffle.
How was the breakfast on guys?
Oh man, I had a weekend. I forgot. So we went to, I don't know the name of the place, but you know when you're going to AAW and you're coming off 90 and you have to get off at the Kimball exit? Is it that way for you guys? Well,
Yeah, I'd take the road probably a million times, but I couldn't tell you what any of the names are.
It's where the Popeyes Dunkin' Donuts is.
Okay.
Okay, so 90 is right there. If you go on the other side of 90, there is a little, it's actually very big, Asian supermarket.
Ooh.
That has Chicago Food Group that has a hole in the wall bun stand, like pork bun stand in the front of it. Yeah. But that hole in the wall place has an even further hole in the wall restaurant inside the store. So we went to the bun place. Producer got buns. Oh, you got dumplings. It was a dumpling place. My bad.
Dumpling and buns.
Dumpling and buns.
Ooh, that sounds delicious.
Yes, producer got dumplings. I got chicken wings that they had. It was pretty good. It was delicious. If we have to run Logan Square again, that might be on the menu. And then we went to
Inside.
Huh?
We went inside.
Oh yeah, I mean no, that's for later.
But we got ice cream.
Oh, we did get ice cream.
Like Japanese ice cream.
We got those viral ice cream sandwiches that are coated in waffle cone, like all around instead of like the regular chocolate ice cream sandwich.
Oh yeah.
So that was also very good. And then we went to Storming Crab, which is a seafood boil in Rockford. That was pretty good. I think we like Raging Cajun better.
You have to have it at home.
Yeah, it was interesting. Perch is discovering things right now.
Man, I had some good pancakes over the weekend. A couple of my favorite breakfast spots. Red Apple and Brianna's down in Glendale Heights. Absolutely delicious. Phenomenal pancakes. Brianna's is the spot that always has Power Rangers playing. And man, if there wasn't an episode of Power Rangers that had so many fun characters to it, incredible. And
Oop, that's not how you spell that.
but yeah, great breakfast, great Power Rangers, and yeah, absolutely loved it. So many pancakes this month, with lots of blueberries.
I cooked a bunch. I don't remember. Zach, what did you have?
Um, I myself this weekend was Mania weekend, which we'll talk about, but we did a lot of cooking. Made some homemade chicken. We did pulled pork, meatballs, hot dogs. I'm trying to think. Yesterday we did some Los Mariachis, tacos, and Val got enchiladas. So yeah, eating good, eating like an in-town heavyweight.
What we're doing now?
But with that, I guess I mean everyone had some good foods. WrestleMania was a banger, but we need the banger of the week.
This week's banger of the week. Man, listening to some good tunes over and over. And this song hit me this morning, and it was like hearing the song for the first time all over again. And it's a classic, and an artist that has just got so many good songs, phenomenal. And thinking back to last year, just how fun it was to experience live. But We Belong Together, Mariah Carey,
Oh,
banger of the week. Wow, what a song! When that one came on back in the skate world days, it represented an era, a time. It was definitely the grade school and the middle school times, and the middle school and the high school.
um,
So music represented different generations. And when I hear "We Belong Together," I hear it for so many different angles. As a Mariah Carey song, just as a banger, a good song. I hear it as a nostalgic song. So on a day like today, when it was beautiful out, that song really hit the spot. So banger of the week, "We Belong Together," and that whole CD, which is absolute fire.
yeah, very much so. Love it.
Yeah. Um, I don't really listen to a lot of music, so I don't really have a lot of inputs. My,
No, yeah, this like I would be very surprised if you had heard the Emancipation of Mimi without me putting it on for you.
yeah.
um, I might be offended because I actually know only of two people who should have put it on for you in your life. And
I'm
maybe,
working some Japanese on Duolingo, and I know how to write and spell Mimi. Definitely the first thing that came to my mind was Mimi from from that CD for sure.
But Mania was this weekend, so let's talk about what we were watching.
Hey, and I know I didn't send it in the chat, but Mania is the topic.
Oh, all right.
So hey, we can talk about it right now. Um,
Yeah.
I can go first. I did not watch Mania. I have not watched it yet. I will probably watch the main event, but I just had to be honest. I don't think Mania was for me this year.
I will say night one was something.
It's
But
just
night two was awesome. Like I don't
everybody
care.
says night two was better.
Night two was awesome. They kicked it, everyone knows that Brock ain't the main, he's the opening, and I didn't care. It was a great opening.
Yeah. Yeah, I felt like that's all I've seen. I've watched I've watched the Brock versus Opa match, and that was great. Um, it's it it hurts that it has nothing to do with the wrestlers, with even the storyline. I don't mind Pat McAfee as much as some people do. I actually like what I Show Speed has done, but the structure of the show is just so painful for me to sit through.
I mean, it was like I don't know if you saw the times of night one, but night one's times they're pretty quick.
Yeah, and that made
I'm
me
not
happy to say that I missed night one. I was happy that I missed night one, but that made me feel bad that I was happy that I missed night one. Because, yeah, they posted the times for matches.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They started off this main event talking about Orton had a back injury, and I'm not sure how legitimate that was because I feel like the match would have been a lot different.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, it's still a good match, just one of those where it could have been more.
Yeah.
But Punk and Roman, great match. Dominic and Balor, super fun. I mean, it was a really good one.
Yeah. It's just, yeah, I knew I couldn't watch it live for sure. And I'd have to go back to it. But yeah, I'll pick out matches here and there. I will watch this Mania probably over the next year.
Bits and pieces.
Yeah, it's just I can't. That's the thing. It was yeah, I actually don't dislike the build itself to Mania like other people have. I just cannot watch what is physically on TV.
Oh yeah. But Perch, what about you?
Yeah, I think it's changed a lot the way WWE is on TV. When it was on USA Network, it was easy to tune into. However, as time changes, cable changes
Yep.
and streaming changes. So I don't even know if it would be easy for me to get it on USA if it were around now. So yeah, I don't watch it as frequent. So I'll watch it a couple times a year when I know, oh, it's Monday night, watch something or Friday. Rarely I catch more so a random SmackDown highlight or something. Uh, and certainly through social media as it goes on, uh, but I still love it. I love the theater of it, and that's the big time company that represents our art on the grand scheme.
Yes.
So it's fun, and I don't feel an obligation to watch it or not to. So when I tune in, I'm excited, and if I don't tune in, um, yeah, I know I'll hop back on, and the cycle will, God willing, be continuing, and I'll hop in, and the time will be right for me then. Uh, and especially when it comes to WrestleMania, it's like a fun time of year. Uh, I've been lucky enough to have attended the last one, two, three WrestleManias. Uh, I'd never been to one before that, and I've been there for Sunday night two the past three times. And in Los Angeles, I cheered as Roman defeated Cody. It was incredible. I didn't know anything about the matches going into that one, and I was surprised completely. You can check the archive of this podcast.
Yep.
How stoked I was.
Mm.
We had a Hell in a Cell. We had the Demon. We had Asuka. It's so much excitement going in blind, and I loved it. When it came to the next year and in Philadelphia, it was wild. The hype going into it was the rematch of of the year
The year
before.
before, yeah.
Uh, when Roman ended up losing, I was like, boo. But the whole match was incredible. I loved it. I'm still remembering it as one of the coolest moments ever. And again, I didn't know much of the storylines going in, but Roman was the man at the time. So I'm extra excited now. Uh, and then last year at the Vegas arena, it was one of the coolest experiences seeing John Cena come in and play dirty. um, so I loved it. So this year, uh, I knew it was going on, and Saturday I didn't feel any obligation to watch it. Uh, I'm all about catch the highlights on the phone, and what I saw Randy Orton do was incredible. Holy smokes! Win or lose made no difference because he was able to continue being the character that he is, which is evil, pure evil. And the amount of
But it,
blood between those guys, oh my goodness, they put on. And seeing Cody on Monday Night Raw too, wow, his face was busted open. And my lasting memory was a punt to the face. Maybe something else happened during the match, but for me, the way I consumed night one, I saw Cody get his head kicked, and I saw him show up the next day or 2 days later with a busted up looking face. And he's still the champion. So,
yep.
wow. Wow.
No,
Yeah, so,
definitely some powerful moments for sure.
yeah, and able to consume those powerful moments still. And the way Jacob Fatu was beasting, I caught that in the highlights as well. McIntyre was on top, and Fatu comes through and hits that moonsault onto the table and definitively finishes it. For Jacob Fatu to be holding up a championship at WrestleMania, wow, very cool, very cool. And also, last year walking through and seeing Penta and Phoenix, getting their first call, was it Ray Phoenix, to the WWE at the time, last year's WrestleMania, to be a replacement. So to see, Penta represent that ladder match this year. So I did watch night two, and I loved it. I was so stoked because just like old school WrestleMania, it's Sunday. Maybe it was instinctual, where we've been there for the past few years, but Sunday WrestleMania, I don't know anything going in, and I'm so hyped. However, this time I did know that CM Punk was the champ. Uh, I love him, and I also can cheer against him as the bad guy. Uh, he represents the Midwest and the Knights of Columbus, West Dallas, and he's the champion of the world. And then as a wrestling character, I would picture, like wearing a Chicago anything uh, jersey. He's everything I stand for. He'd be despite me. So as a Chicago guy, his character, I was so thrilled to cheer for Roman in that match. Um, so I woke up in Chicago area that morning and felt the presence of CM Punk. And I knew by the end of the night I'd be up in Wisconsin and I'd be home safe and sound where I could cheer for Roman. And and the night started off awesome with Brock Lesnar beasting Obafemi with that walk. Holy
Yeah.
smokes, that is the coolest thing. I caught maybe a contract signing of his, weeks ago at some part of the build up, and I saw his walk. It was like, damn, that's pretty cool. The way that song hits,
Yeah.
and the way he owns it.
One out. They figured that one out for sure.
And what I didn't realize was I'm looking at the next big thing.
Yep.
Holy
Yep. It's
smokes.
definitely a passing of the guard.
Wow. The way Lesnar played
I
it up
will
to start
say,
that match was so good. Where he
to
was
me, this
outmatched.
felt like more of a passing of the guard than Lesnar beating Taker.
Yeah.
This
Lesnar beating Taker, I think, was for Brock Lesnar on the peak. That was, he's claiming milestones, and that was a milestone. This was like where one trail ends, one begins.
And yeah, I will say that.
And the way Lesnar played that match, I'm glad you were able to see that one too, Doc, because watching it, you're thinking, how is it going to play out? And knowing Lesnar's doing good business these days, and it's so much fun.
I think you could tell that he was invested in this. There is definitely a difference when Lesnar is invested, for whatever reasons he's invested in whatever story is going on.
Mm-hmm.
I think this was one he was invested in.
Yeah, he really was. And thinking, how's it going to play out? And it's a little back and forth, and he realizes he gets knocked off his feet. He is the smaller man. Holy smoke! That realization got me, was that he was the smaller man, and right then he ends up leaving the ring, and he realizes it, and he shows 55,000 people, as well as the millions like us watching, that Lesnar is no longer the pinnacle. The guy in there is. So he played it so perfect, and he got grabbed by Oba through the ropes, which allowed Lesnar to get the upper hand on him, and take the match from there. And we were off and running. Pro wrestling is gonna pro wrestle, and that's what I love about it. You can tell any story you want. You don't have to be the bigger man, but the realization of this one, they gave it time to sink in that Oba was, and the way Lesnar got up for that power bomb.
Yep, Lesnar been waiting his whole career to post for somebody like that.
And I love the way he sold that F5 into that choke slam. Just talk about having all the time in the world. It's a few seconds, but I mean, it could feel like you have time to read a newspaper. He was down the whole time until
he was.
That choke slam.
I think I disagree with that part. That is actually the one part of the match I didn't like.
A little bit more beast up from him?
Yeah, I would have liked a little bit more beast up.
Yeah, a little more fire up?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's great. That moment.
I kind of think he should have no-sold it.
Up to, being subjective.
Yeah. Yeah. Like, I get it. The moment still hit. But I definitely, if I'm agenting that match, I'm unfortunately telling Brock, yeah, he's going to no-sell this.
Yeah, I love the way it played, and even just the way they constructed it to allow that moment, to have the option of different directions of where you can go, and it's up to us to interpret it how we want. And for me, I saw that respect from him to Lesnar, and showing that everything you have is still close to as good as I am. But
I do think that's the story they told. I didn't want that story.
Yeah.
That's all it is.
Yeah, I feel you.
Like, I do think they told that story. That's just not the story I wanted.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
They told the story they told very well. Just in that part, that's not the story I wanted.
Yeah. Yep. And phenomenal job by both of them. It wasn't a championship match, but it was the biggest title you could grab.
Yeah, it might as well have been another championship match.
It's taken down a big time animal in the woods and holding the belt up.
But I love that about that match. I love that we were having like discussions of that should be the main event, and it wasn't a title match. I like when matches are important and don't just have a title attached to them.
Exactly. And talk about Oba stepping up.
Yep.
Wow. In that grand scale, to be as composed as he was with a veteran, and Lesnar taking the gloves and boots off, hats off, and
Yeah.
made me realize how fast time flies. But to be a young up and comer like Obafemi to adjust and to maintain his composure in that match was wow,
Yeah,
knocked it out of the park.
no matter your opinions on Lesnar at this time, you cannot deny he did very good business on the way out.
Oh yeah, so much better than that Goldberg deal way back in the day.
Yeah.
Remember that one? That's how
Yeah.
he was in our minds for years.
Yeah.
Maybe not a decade, but years.
Yeah. So yeah, no matter your opinion on him, he put somebody over in a big way on his way out, at least.
When he looked at Paulie at the end and gave him like the no, dude, I'm out, I'm done. It
Yeah.
was I felt so much joy in that moment.
It does make me wonder if he told anybody. If it was literally just like he just called him and was like, yeah, I'm doing this.
Yeah, I didn't know Stone Cold's last match was his last match at 19.
Yeah.
And before he knew it was. So at Lesnar, I wonder if it'll come out or if that's just how it was or what.
Yep.
Or is he the kind to say psych? But no,
Oh, yeah.
I take it for what it is, and that was a cool nod to the business.
Can't wait for his dark side of the ring.
Lesnar, legend. But the ladder match was incredible. Penta was outrageous. Miro or Rusev, my God, Rusev Day chants are going again. I think Rusev is one of the top dogs. I hope that, I don't know, him against Roman, I think they would just feed him to the wolves. But Rusev is like a top wrestler in the business. So whatever he's doing, I'm in. I'm here for it. And he's, showing up with some of the younger guys. Was it Javon Evans that
Yep.
he had a little
Cutter.
beef with inside the match, and then started some stuff the next night on Raw. So yeah, I think Rusev is just a perfect guy to have wrestlers go through, and when his time will be there, he can boost him up to be a big villain. So I'm excited, and the women put on a hell of a match. Rhea Ripley, wild. Just seeing her perform year after year, she doesn't get any worse. She only gets better and more comfortable at what she does. And she did a great job winning that title. Jade stepped up too. Wow, that kind of a moment. You can tell years ago when we first saw Jade at AEW, whether it was an extra or whatever, she dreamt of that moment to walk in as the champion at WrestleMania on Sunday night.
I think something people forget is that we have seen all of Jade's matches. All of them. Every match in her career, we have seen.
Yeah.
And I think people forget that.
Yeah.
Give her a little bit of leeway that she, I think, deserves. But yes, I heard she stepped up a lot in this.
Yeah. She put on just great character, great entrance too.
Yeah. That aura farming Jade is one of the best.
Yeah, really good. And Finn Balor was amazing. The Demon came out, great entrance. Dom's entrance was cool too. Loved it with all the luchadors. You could tell it was a lot of people who we've probably worked with. I saw Spiderfly in there and numerous others. Yeah, very, very cool to incorporate everybody. And that main event was awesome. Starting with the singing and the drums. It was a big time entrance for Roman. I soaked in every moment. That saunter down to the ring, the confidence. He looked like the Undertaker walking into that ring and approaching it. Walked all the way down the ramp, gave the big turn, came up the stairs to stop. Yeah, he's been there, done that. They mentioned how many main events of WrestleMania he's done. I forgot what it was, but
I think it's 11.
yeah, I was gonna say it's like 10, I
Yeah,
think.
it's 10
Yeah,
or
maybe
11.
11 now.
It's a ridiculous number.
And I remember when he was bloody faced against Brock Lesnar way back, hoping he was gonna beat him, and he didn't. And thinking, man, that would have been so cool if Roman would have beat Lesnar to become champion. Only, a couple years later, did he beat Triple H to become champion at WrestleMania, putting Stephanie through a table. And then, he's gone on to, like, how many times has LeBron James been to the finals in a row? It's
Yeah.
like, well, Roman Reigns doing main events at WrestleMania is just normal at this point, and I love it. I think it's cool. It's a fun time of year. You get to see one of the best in the world perform. And given his health problems, it's a blessing that we even get to see Roman. And to see him start to finish in that performance was awesome. CM Punk, you could tell the way he came to the ring, he was paying homage to everything that got him there. His independent career to his pro career to always having the dream of wanting to come in and headline WrestleMania as a champion. And that's why he came back to wrestling for moments like that. He had a big gripe about it that it never happened. So he got his flowers and then some on this night. And he admirably performed against Roman. And I love their chemistry. I think the two dislike each other tremendously. In real life or in wrestling life, makes no difference. I could care less because when I watch it in pro wrestling, they do not like each other at all.
Yeah.
And it shows, and I love it. And I like to think afterwards they shake hands, and that's all it needs to be. Maybe they hang around and toast a water with one another and talk about it.
Doubt
But maybe not.
that.
And that it doesn't have to be because they're both truly professional and they're shaking each other's hands in the back saying, thank you and thank you, and maybe going their separate ways. But it's on us again to take it how we want. And for pro wrestling's sake, oh man, those two do not like each other at all. And I am here for it. Yeah, and everything they did had so much spite to it. From the tie up on the top rope to using the stairs to just brutality throughout the whole match to throwing each other into the crowd. Yeah, I loved it. I don't want to ruin it, Doc, if you haven't seen it. And it was a phenomenal match through and through. Whether it's one of the best of all time, who knows? But that was a damn good pro wrestling match on a Sunday night, and I'm grateful that WrestleMania started early this time.
Surprised
Like,
how early it went off.
talk about growing up. It started late and it would end super late, but nowadays this one started super early and it ended at a reasonable time. Main event was in around 8 o'clock. I loved it, absolutely loved it. Yeah, I enjoyed WrestleMania this year. So That being said, didn't see night one, just caught clips, and I loved parts of what I saw. And night two, Danhausen with John Cena, and the Little Housens, so funny, so funny. Uh, yeah, I don't want to say when it happens, where it happens, how it happens, but at whatever time of the year you watch that one, Doc. Uh, yeah, I look forward to hearing your reaction from it. This WrestleMania, I couldn't even tell you what number it was. WrestleMania 40 something. XL was the Philadelphia one. So XLII perhaps on our way to XLV. So 40 something, and in night two, I would rent the VHS from Blockbuster if it were available.
That was still a thing. Yeah, no.
Night one, I don't know. I didn't see it, so I wouldn't feel the urge to have to see it. But I would rent the second VHS of night two to replay it for sure. In night one, I would just to see the Randy Orton punt to the head. That was pretty cool. And I wish Cody the best. Obviously, he was there the next night, so he's doing all right.
Yeah.
So heels, heel. Keep on healing.
Zach, you have any other final thoughts on it? I feel like you said something and then I didn't hear you.
What up?
That's it. Did you have any other final thoughts on WrestleMania?
Nah, I mean, like I said, night one was all right. Night two was way better. And then, yeah.
So why don't we talk about what we did this weekend?
Yes, sir. We were at ICW.
Yes,
Not on the card, but Doc had a number one contendership, so we made our return as a tag team, kind of, sort of.
Yep. Had to make a deal with my brother here to get him to be a tag team in ICW.
Oh, yeah, no, I'm excited about getting the tag division up. I mean, it's a thing that, maybe not all Wisconsin needs to learn, but some people in Wisconsin, especially ICW, need to learn when you have greatness, you don't talk crap to them.
Yep, you appreciate it. I get it. I understand. Don't feel
They
appreciated.
didn't appreciate us. They didn't appreciate us. But they distracted us, and now we still on the hunt.
Yep. But felt good to get back. Enjoyed the love from the ICW fans. Despite, how mean they've been to you. But yep. Gunner and Arcadius with the win, but we'll be watching.
And we'll be back.
Yep. And then that was Friday. So Saturday, I went to Chicago with a producer. We ate all those foods I talked about. And then we also went to a Shot of Art, which is like a painting place. They have a lot of different ways you can paint. And what we did was we put paint in water balloons, put them over a canvas, and shot them from a distance with paintball guns. Or yeah, BB guns. So that like the paint would fall on the canvas, and then they spun it really fast. 19 miles an hour.
Wow.
It made like art. And I like it very much. It came out well. Maybe I can put it in the chat. Yeah, there we go. There you go. Just drop it in the chat. Yeah, so that was super fun.
Yeah.
Highly recommend it. Yep.
Yeah.
Pick this up this weekend. Yeah. Besides wrestling, that's what I did. Perch, what about you?
Yeah, ICW Milwaukee this weekend. That was so much fun. Bar is always a blast. It was a rainy, stormy night. It was tornado warnings. I think we had two tornadoes touch down in southern Wisconsin. Uh, but that did not stop the fans from showing up or the performers from showing up. We had that ring set up and we were ready to go, and we were jam packed for the 420 Classic. One of my favorite ICW shows dating back 8 years now. Uh, Very cool to think about. And the bar was packed. I had a couple matches. Before my matches, I was watching the show from all different areas throughout the whole place. Uh, in the bar area, they had the Brewers game going, and the Brewers were doing well. It was fun. And then right, uh, right as the matches started, I made my way towards the back of the crowd, right by the merch area. And during one of the early matches, the thunder and lightning,
Yeah,
big old lightning, big thunder strike, bam! You could hear it strike, and
yeah, the Pitbull
the
match.
thunder definitely, shook the whole arena. I mean, you could feel it. One of those flat lightning flashes, and then boom, thunder that rocks the whole building, and all the power goes out.
Because
It was it was such a cool setting because the rest paused for a
no matter
second.
how old you are, you turn into an elementary school kid. The lights go out.
I'm
Yeah,
telling you, that DVD that turned the lights on should have been the finish.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
Just
should.
go home.
Yeah,
the fans took out their cell phones for lights, but the wrestling still continued. Uh, and then the lights came on, shortly after. But we didn't know if it was going to continue that way or not, or what. So, in those moments of sudden chaos and uncertainty, it shows the community of pro wrestling, and we all felt it together. And there was a magic in there that night, and there was probably also a generator, maybe in there. There was probably
possible.
some piece of major equipment there with us that night too that that got the job done and got all the power restored, and the show was able to continue uh, as if nothing happened. But it was awesome. It made for a great setting. Um, the first match I had that night was a four-person match, multi-pin elimination hardcore match. Uh, it was for the alternative championship, and it was Memo defending the title against Jack Sirius and Big F and Luke and Oso. And one fall, two fall, three falls. By the end of it, Jack Sirius puts Memo through a door for the win. Those guys gave it everything they had in that match. There
Yeah.
was blood. There was a lot of shrapnel. There were even fireworks in there. Surprised me. Explosions going off. But it was cool. I was well equipped for the uncertainty that was going on in that match. uh, and Jack Sirius is the new alternative champion. Big congrats to him. I think that match embodied everything that ICW Milwaukee represents. And especially having Jack in the match, let alone winning it, you know that, really everybody in that match has got good heritage to ICW
Yep.
and would represent it very well. So Memo represented it well and passed the title along to Jack, who will represent it very well. Um, and also, and Big F and Luke would also be great representatives, and can, if they haven't already, win that title and hold it up. But yeah, that was fun. And then the last match I had of the night was Yeti against Kevon for the title, and Raven Radix was putting on some witchcraft.
Yep.
And I gotta
Made
say,
Yeti a proper gentleman.
I'm kind of here for it. I'm here for it. Big into the Wicked these days. And Glinda is a pretty cool witch. Um, and there's something in the way you move the wand to cast the spell. And I saw when she put that spell on Yeti, and it was magical for sure. and, and watching that episode of Power Rangers over the weekend, eating the delicious blueberry pancakes, I saw a character called Slither come out, and
I did
and
watch
man,
that clip. I don't think I responded to it.
it brought me right back to Yeti's performance. Of there are people in this universe who come like up with ideas that have some grain of similarity to one another, and it's just amazing that there's some genius in the performance. and what we're getting here at the bar on a Friday night in West Allis, Wisconsin, is pure gold and damn wonderful. I love it. I think it's great. Whether it's pro wrestling, whether it's performances, whether it's promos or just characters, you get everything rolled into one with a pro wrestling show, and especially ICW Milwaukee. Uh, so to see that version of Yeti out there, uh, yeah, I can't even think about going back and and performing that match again, because I would be crying, laughing the whole time. So it was so wonderful. I enjoyed thoroughly. Kevon Lee ended up hitting the power bomb in that match for a definitive ending. So the weekend started with a definitive ending power bomb, and then later on Sunday we got that one at WrestleMania. So great moves being done, and good power moves, but also great characters performing these days. And Yeti as this version under Raven's spell is a must see. So any and all who are listening to this have to seek out tickets to that next ICW show.
Definitely.
For sure. It's I don't know, I'm sure there's playhouses that go on, and there's one man performances or one woman performances. There's a whole ensemble with a whole cast of people. In pro wrestling, we have a whole crew, a whole team, a whole cast, a whole set of matches and feuds and scores that need to be settled. So when you get individual performances and characters that stand out, um, I mean that's the magic of what we have right here at any given dive bar or establishment or Elks Lodge or place in the state. So yeah, the bar represents very well independent professional wrestling in 2026.
No, no, man. All right. I mean, we kind of talked about our subject for the week already, so I guess what we should talk about is what we got coming up this weekend. Doc, what do we got?
Friday, we will be traveling down to St. Louis Anarchy to go and help out. And they will be streaming the show live on YouTube for the first time.
Yes, sir. We were there back in the day. Gonna show up to the old school method. We when you people like country air where you are nobodies, you gotta show up, put in the work, do the grind, and get the opportunity. And that's what we've got to keep doing, showing everyone.
Yep.
And then Saturday, we're at All Star Lucha for the final show at Berwyn Eagles Club, where we make our debut.
Very, very excited. We don't have the history with Berwyn, but it is not lost on us what this means, and we will make sure that we represent well and Berwyn goes out as it should properly.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yeah, like Doc said, we ain't got much history with Berwyn. Been there, maybe can count it on one hand, to be blunt.
Yeah,
But yeah, I
definitely
mean,
don't need all my fingers. Definitely don't need them all.
it is what it is.
Yep.
I don't care. We out here having the best matches who want to book us, but Berwyn, we do have someone coming with us that will have a bunch of history, though.
Yep.
That's all I can say.
Yeah.
But yeah, Perch, what do you got?
Yeah, my first time at Berwyn was with CJ and Larissa for a show that they were on LLT, and I just went in to travel with them. It was 2020 era, and we were taught hop in the car, so they had a booking. I was thrilled. I said, "Hey, I can film your guys' matches if you like." And before you knew it, no ref on the show, and I had to ref all the matches. Um, and the next show they put my face on the poster, and and I went back and I honored that show, but I said, please don't do that again. And I didn't work another show for LLT. However, I did work at the Berwyn Eagles Club uh, many times since. So yeah, it was a funny intro to that building and a wonderful lifespan that that I've been able to experience over the past 6 years. Uh, and I've done a lot of lucha libre there. And I remember one time sliding into the ring before a match, just for introductions, and I hit the inside of my ankle on the ring post so
Ooh.
hard,
Oh,
so hard that
yeah.
I was standing next to the ring announcer, and I could feel like if it was a cartoon, my body would have been like red from the toes all the way up to like the head, and then you're like, what's gonna happen when it gets to the head and the steam comes out that ear and that ah! Like I was outside myself, but I had to maintain a completely calm demeanor as a ref, as if nothing happened. I guess I didn't have to, but at that time, especially that era, you want to prove to yourself that you can do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Fight
so
through the pain.
yeah, fight through the pain. And yeah, Berwyn Eagles Club.
Oh, I had a lost Perch for a moment.
Say there are probably at least over 10 promotions that I worked with at the Berwyn Eagles Club, and lots of startup shows that maybe were just starting, and I got to work their first show and get their feet off the ground, and a lot of them continue to run, which is incredible. So I love to be a part of different communities, and that arena has been a part of a big wrestling community, and I loved my moments there. Um, Ego Anthony against Mance Warner was one in particular, with the barbed wire ropes, all the way to Trey Miguel against Gringo Loco just a couple months ago. Yeah, a lot of fun matches. Shortly after I got my nose surgery and broke in that car accident, Berwyn Eagles Club was one of the first venues that I was able to get back on and work. I remember working there with a bandana over my face,
Yep.
like a little triangle bandana, for a street fight. Uh, because at that point, it was about being a referee, and people knew that I was a referee. I wasn't out there trying to prove who I was, and I also wasn't trying to hide from who I was. So the Berwyn Eagles Club taught me to really take ownership in who you are and own the moment and do a good job and be who you have to be for that night. And in my experience, it's been a referee and doing my job the best I can. And And no matter it's the Berwyn Eagles Club or the the highest of high arenas, um, it's all about performing to the best of your ability. And the Berwyn was always a good quality one that I was able to use as a benchmark, um, and say, well, we're a long ways from the Berwyn Eagles Club. um, but it's a solid venue that's been there for a lot of formative years of mine. And I value every moment there. Women's Wrestling Army was one of the coolest promotions I've ever gotten to work with. And we did shows at the Berwyn Eagles Club. And they transformed that arena into something bigger than what it appears to be. So it showed me that the arena is incredible, but it's the people and the community that's even more special. And the community will continue to survive because we will find another place because that much good energy and positive energy, um, is going to find some place to go. Uh, but yeah, very nostalgic about the Berwyn Eagles Club because this weekend I'll also be there. I'll be there on Friday night for AAW. We'll be performing live. And yeah, it'll be a great time. A lot of fun people in the house for that show. And then the night before, on Thursday, I'll be at the Emporium Arcade Bar for freelance wrestling. So this is my first time since being in school that I'm doing the Thursday night. Go to school Thursday, go down to downtown Chicago Thursday night, stay down there, go back up Friday for school, come back down Friday for the wrestling show um, to Berwyn, Illinois. Some people will never go to Chicago living out here. Some
Yeah.
people just never travel to Chicago thinking, oh, why would I ever go there?
Yeah.
But in my case, in any one of our cases, to us, it's just a Thursday night.
Mhm.
See you at school on Friday.
Yeah. No big deal.
But damn it, we're
Mom.
gonna that arena rocking on Thursday and Friday. We're gonna have it going, and then we'll be right back to a docile Friday morning school, talking about this cool book that I'm reading and how the chapters have been exhilarating and very fun. So it's fun to live the different lifestyles, and this week will certainly be putting it to the test.
Well, I'm sure you're gonna knock it out of the park. We're professionals. Um, I had to leave, but that's no problem. Because it's about time we take it home. So, Perch, any final thoughts or questions?
Yeah, continue to celebrate pro wrestling. Find pro wrestling that you like, that you love. I also watched a ton of The Collective over the weekend.
Mm.
Gringo Loco's World on Lucha was a fun show to watch. Um, Joey Janela's Spring Break had some fun matches as well. The Despy June Kasai Invitational,
Yeah,
just
that
the
looks
aura
good.
around it, and the matchups in particular, very cool. Cool to see Rena out there doing her thing. I don't need to watch ultraviolet matches to experience Rena doing her thing. It's the coolest. And even wrestlers of any genre can be the coolest people in the world. Um, so it's been a while since I've seen Rina Yamashita uh, perform, and her with the people around her was just awesome. Very poetic, and great pro wrestling. And some people watch ultraviolet matches for reasons that I will never understand. To me, it's about the spirit, the heart, and I watch it to bring a tear to my eye. Um, And yeah, that's the way Rena performs. Brings a tear to my eye every time, because you can really feel that passion that she has for pro wrestling, mixed with the toughness and the will to survive and to work together with everyone she's in there with. It transcends what I even thought pro wrestling could be years ago. So to anyone who thinks a genre of professional wrestling is just written off as something that's awful, I'm sure if you were to look more into it, there's a deeper level of understanding and maybe even some badass cool people that you can find within that genre. So yeah, we've definitely gotten a lesson within pro wrestling in our time over the past near decade about all the different styles and genres. When we first said, I want to learn all the different styles, I had no idea what it was going to entail.
Yeah, for sure.
Had no idea what it was going to
How
entail.
many could there be? How
But
many?
I enjoy every one. There's just levels of quality and levels of production and levels of care that go into each one of them and each kind. And I can find my respect and care for the genre within any one in its best when everybody involved, including the audience, has that same um, understanding, care, and respect, and is in on it just as much as everybody. So, yeah, it's a real team effort in pro wrestling, especially when you blend different genres. And the collective WrestleMania weekend is all about blending all the different genres. And when you see someone say, "Oh, what's this? I love it. I hate it." Now, "Ooh, what's this? I love it. I hate it." "Ooh, what's this? I love it. I hate it." What it really is just three different genres of pro wrestling, and there's a heck of a lot more. So go out there and find what you like and find what you enjoy, and continue to celebrate pro wrestling. And right now, I enjoy watching Yeti at the bar perform with Raven. You never know what she's gonna do next. Um, and that's my local wrestling. And if I want to watch something on TV, I can seek it and find it. Um, however I want. Just plug it into Google and find it. DDT Pro Wrestling is always fun. When in doubt, can always go back to DDT Pro Wrestling to find variety.
Yeah.
And it's okay if there's moments and matches and styles that you don't like.
Yeah, one of our favorite voice actors just became the heavyweight, the ironweight champion. So yeah, DDT always doing something.
Always cooking, always cooking, always cooking ideas.
Yeah. And for me, be sure to like, share, and subscribe. Follow us on all the social medias. Tell promotions to book us, because we wrestle, and Perch is playing with fire by going to school, doing a show at night, and going back to school to do another show at night. So give us a holler. This has been the Take It Home Podcast. Y'all be easy. One.
When the streets to the stage, I'm the king of my craft, you could catch another phase. Yeah, you left in a cage.